So let's talk about this and gaming and what we're actually going to be doing over the next few weeks. And I want to give you a heads up. We've got a gaming initiative come up. We have like 3 or 4 coming up. But one I am doing kind of on a last minute, hey, let's do this because it's a really good idea. And it is triggered by Logitech's announcement last week of their Logitech G adaptive gaming kit. We talked a little bit about that on a video here. It is this kit right here. Let me give you the Logitech site on it. It comes with the 3 big buttons, 3 little buttons, 4 tiny buttons that are not light touch like micro light switches. They just look like it, and 2 variable input thrusters and 2 Velcro mats for $100, and that is kind of an amazing amount of stuff, right? So you can kind of create your own. This is like the whole kit. It comes with all this stuff. You got to create everything you need to let somebody game if they've got CP, if they're temporarily immobilized. A lot of folks with SMA will benefit from this, but there are some folks, especially with type 1, where none of these switches are going to be low enough touch. But there are a lot of people where you have an elbow and you want to be able to hit something, or you want to be able to use one of these variable input switches as a foot, like a throttle, like a brake or a gas pedal. There's a ton you can do with this. So we've been playing with I don't have mine yet. I've ordered them. But others in our community have been playing with these. And they go into the XAC, this device right here, the Xbox Adaptive Controller. You'll also hear it called a ZAC. I kind of don't really like that. Whatever they want to call it, it's fine. I have one here I can kind of show you right here. So here's what an XAC looks like. Give you kind of a close-up. Most important part about it is the back. So on the back of this device, right, you got the 2 big smashable buttons. You've got the great big D-pad that you can work with your wrist or something. And then up back here, you've got the ability to plug in switches or joysticks to control every button on the XAC, on the Xbox controller, so on a regular Xbox controller. And these all take normal switches. So if I take even like this handmade kind of garbage switch that we would wrap up in maybe Instamorph and make a switch that fits somebody's hand, because they use the standard interface, this can plug into the A port, and now that is an A button. Just like this is an A button, this is also now an A button. So you've seen me talk about this for about a year. This is not, the XAC is not new, but this kit is. It came out from Logitech. And really the other thing that's kind of news, and the reason we're talking about this right now, is right now it's Black Friday. And we're doing a bunch of toy drives. We're going to do an Adaptathon with the kids in Orlando in December. We just got done with one in Gainesville. The kids from GRIP reminded me, GRIP is a generational relief and prosthetics, a UF-based group. And when I was talking to them, some of them reminded me about how important gaming was, and how if you've got somebody who needs an adaptive toy, and they're older, they're 10, they're 12, they're 15, they're an adult, the best game you can get somebody who is a Switch user is probably an Xbox. And on Black Friday week, right now, it's $150 off. And I thought, you know what? I don't work for Microsoft. They haven't even donated any money to my charity, although I'm happy to take it. But we've worked with them. They've been really good on this project, and they made really a remarkable. Everything just fell on me. Sorry. They made a remarkable piece of assistive technology in this thing, and we should probably take advantage of it, right? So we should probably take advantage of it, especially when both Microsoft and Amazon and Best Buy are all giving kind of these huge discounts on this product. So I went to a couple partners of ours, So the first is LessonPix. They took all my time for the past 6 weeks, and I happen to be one of the founders of LessonPix, and I said, hey, how'd you like to be a sponsor of a project? And they said, sure, because it's Lori and I. And so we have decided that we're going to have a little project, drive, experiment. And we're going to try and get some kits together for some organizations that can't get it. So if you're in a school system and you put in an order for an Xbox, you're not going to get it. If you're an occupational therapy center, if you're even like the ARC. The ARC is a community-based service center here for people with disabilities of all kinds, right? I think it used to be the ARC. They changed the name to the ARC. But really, it's not just about intellectual disabilities. They support autism. They support all kinds of stuff. But if they go and ask for money to go buy a gaming console, they're going to have a long stretch to prove that, yes, this really is therapeutically meaningful. It is motivating. It is engaging. They're going to have a hard time getting that approved on a grant or something like that. So let's get some in their hands. And really the only thing we'll ask back is report back and tell us how it goes. So I have a friend who is a recreational therapist, and I'm going to ask for her help on this. And we're going to raise some money to get some XACs into other people's hands while explaining to our own community this is a really good Christmas gift. If you are looking for a Christmas gift for somebody who has significant physical challenges, the XAC probably is the best thing I can think of. If they can, and we can probably get them input that will work. So the Xbox isn't just a gaming platform. It runs YouTube. It runs Amazon Prime Music. It runs Netflix. It runs Skype. You can put a camera on it. You can use Kinect for physical movements to control the interface. It's got a web browser, so you can browse the internet. There's a mail interface on it. Like, it is a full-on computer for $150 to $200 right now. That now has an interface that is probably customizable to just about everybody. And I wanted to get that word out, and I thought one way to do that would be to make a little game out of it, a little experiment out of it. So that's what I have done. Let me see if I can bring this up here. So I put together a little page just very quickly. Oops, wrong screen. A few minutes ago on ATMakers.org, and I'm going to put the link to this in the comments. And I will also... I almost hit the end live video button, but I didn't. I'll also add it to the description above. But basically, we're going to have a little project over the next 3 to 4 weeks. So let's say now to Christmas, that will try to put together some of these kits. On our side, what we are going to do is we are going to take all of the projects that we did last year. So, like all of those specialty controllers that we built, lots of them never got written up properly. And the reason was the software that runs on here was non-standard and was hard to build and really wasn't that stable. Not on our side, but on the actual, the underlying CircuitPython, the Xbox controls interface wasn't standardized. So Adafruit came out with a release of that about 3 weeks ago. Dan Halbert finished that, which is awesome. And that is now stable. And it's now very easy for us to say, here's the latest version of Circuit Playground with Xbox support. And then here's our code. Here's the instructions for how to make this. We can do that now. So over the next couple weeks, I'm going to be actually making the stupid guides for each one of these. Whether they are posted on ATMakers, Adafruit, or both, we will find out on each one. They'll certainly all be on. ATMakers in link form. So we'll post them there. We will also add them to the post below, so we can actually get a list of all of the different ways we've used the Xbox, whether that's the tiny joystick or the big tank controller or this crazy thing. We have the Wii Nunchuck controller that converts this into an Xbox controller. We will do all of those over the next couple weeks to make sure that everybody knows how to get into that. We'll probably add one or two more over either now to Christmas or just afterwards. So I will work on getting all of that documented and out there. What I would like all you guys to do is to consider, as you finish the end of the year, donating to this effort. Or ATMakers. You can put other in there if you want. And ATMakers will use it for normal operations, but don't do that. We're okay on operations. Do it for this. And so LessonPix, and I should put them up here too. So LessonPix, which is where I spend all of my time when I'm not with you all, is going to, for every Xbox purchased on this or donated on this, LessonPix will add a matching one. So the first 10. So if we get to 10, I'll be absolutely thrilled. So maybe we'll even extend it. But for at least the first 10, we will match the Xbox controllers. So we should be able to get 20 into 20 units. And to be honest, I don't really want to support more than 20, so I'd need more humans involved if we're going to do more than 20. And then the AbleGamers project, Steve Spawn and I were talking earlier today about this. Excuse me. Steve Spawn and I were speaking about this earlier today, and his organization is going to provide the XACs, the Xbox Adaptive Controllers, to match any that are donated to this project. So we're going to do those two. I do not have anybody who is willing to match these, and they are currently out of stock, so I can't actually buy a lot of these right now. As if you look somewhere on here, it'll tell you that they're out of stock. When you try to buy them, I don't see it. Maybe they took the whole thing off, but you can't add it to your cart, and it is out of stock. But we will get these as needed, and certainly I will be reaching out to our friends at Logitech, which are new friends. We're very happy to have our new friends at Logitech making switches that, because of the choices that Microsoft made with their friends, AbleGamers, Warfighter Engaged, and lots of others, they made a really good choice. They chose to use normal AT switches to control the XAC, and that means that when Logitech makes gaming switches, they make accessibility switches. So all of these switches that you see here will work with speech devices, environmental controls, toys. All of them will work with that. And if you do the math, it's $100 for 10 switches and 2 variable input triggers. So even if you throw away the variable input triggers, and you shouldn't, and you throw away the Velcro mats, you're still at under $10 a switch, which is fabulous. It's absolutely fabulous, and I want to celebrate it. And the way I'm going to do it is we're gonna have ourselves a little project. I will post this video into that same post that I just put up there, and then I will start growing the list of videos and guides. I'm glad to be working on you with this. I also I have another request as far as responses go. We are looking to make some things at the adaptive toy drive, the Adaptathon that we're doing on December 15th. We're looking to add some things that aren't toys. So they may be switches. I know we'll do some switches with Riptide. They're going to do some switches. We have other projects that we've made. We've made the little light that hangs on the back of your laptop. We've made a lot of things, and I'm going to have probably more smart hands at my disposal on the 15th than I have immediate demand for low-tech toys, because I just got a bunch of the low-tech toys from the Gainesville crew. So I'm looking for what other things we should make. So if you have a preference, if you have something we've made that you're having a hard time getting your local team to make, or if you think there's a certain thing that we've done that just has been underdone, let us know what's important to you. We will take that into consideration. And I think that's about it. So thanks for your time, guys. I hope you guys have a fantastic Thanksgiving. You'll probably see me tomorrow again. And you'll probably see me on Friday and maybe Sunday. I don't think you'll see me Saturday or Thursday. But have a great night. I'll talk to you all later.